Nicole, I'm just trying to understand the other path, the pork, chicken, and lamb.
Is that Randy Newman?
Nope. This is a hot dog in the sandwich.
Ketchup is a smoothie.
Yeah, I put ice in my cereal, so what?
That makes no sense.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
Welcome to a podcast, the hot dog in the sandwich. I'm Randy Newman.
And I'm in shambles.
We gotta quickly explain where that intro came from. So what had happened was we were trying to think of Phil Rosenthal, friend of the show's theme song.
Somebody feed Phil.
And that was a brief excerpt, but when I started singing it, I had immediately pivoted to a bang-up Randy Newman.
Real 10 out of 10.
If you need Primer on Randy Newman, the Toy Story theme song.
You got a friend in me.
You got a friend.
You know, it's kind of like that. It's
Short people got
How are you so good at this?
I think, can I tell you what it was? Will Sasso on Mad TV, I think, used to do a Randy Newman impression. And I'd probably only seen that and never heard a Randy Newman song.
Will Sasso's the goat of Mad TV. Speaking of goats, today we're going to be talking about what's the best animal to eat. Now, Josh, there's so many animals.
There's too many animals out there. And here's the thing I think about a lot.
What's the
They
most delicious?
outnumber us. The animal kingdom.
Obviously.
That's what I'm saying. If they all wanted to band together and rise up. But the thing is, humans, an interesting part of our brain in evolution, which was spurred by the ability to cook animals, of course, making digestion a lot more efficient, making our brains bigger and our stomachs and all of our digestive organs smaller. We're able to believe in collective fictions, right?
Collective fictions?
Like a community is a thing, that a state is a thing, that God is a thing.
Sure,
That's able to band us together. But if the deer and the octopus ever could figure out a way to mobilize together, they would overrun us, and then they would be having podcasts about which type of human is most delicious to eat. And the answer would be those in
College
proximity
graduates.
to Taco Bell.
Two different thought processes.
So they were kind of perfumed like cumin, you know? That'd be nice.
I thought their brains are just filled with knowledge.
Ooh,
so
I like those
yummier.
gooey little college
Yeah,
brains
so
of
they're
theirs, filled with
yummier.
ideals.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can change the
I
world.
promise. Yeah.
Speaking of changing the world, what animal is the tastiest? Do you have any thoughts on this? You put thought into this before.
Well, do I have an animal that I typically reach for
Yeah.
in terms of like the foods that I make? I find myself more in the poultry family. I find myself eating more poultry.
Well, you and the rest of the world, I will say.
Are the same?
Yeah, effectively. So
Okay.
poultry is the most commonly eaten category in the world,
so
right?
it's what? It's chicken, it's turkey, it's
Yeah, you fall into duck, and you fall into
Duck?
all these
Okay,
other
yeah.
sort of
fowls,
fowls. You know what I mean?
game birds.
Game birds. Chicken has overtaken the world. Technically, there's actually more pork eaten across the world than chicken by itself.
Is that true?
Yeah, and a lot of that is coming. It's really interesting. The politics of meat and meat production and meat consumption is really fascinating to me because pork is the most commonly, not the most commonly eaten. Pork is the most eaten in total terms of weight, single animal in the world. A lot of that is coming from China. China has obviously the biggest population in the world.
Sure.
There's more in China than India, right?
I think there's more people in China than India.
Anyway,
I think it's China, India, Russia, or is Russia not as populated?
China, India's US 3, and then Indonesia 4.
Is that true?
Yeah. good
Well, I
little-
just think it's so crazy because there's how many Muslims in the world? 3 billion?
a whole lot.
Yeah, and like that's a
Couple
large.
Jews.
There's a couple Jews in there. So that's a large chunk of the world that does not even touch pork.
And then there's a lot of the world that doesn't touch beef.
Yeah, oh sure. Hinduism? I also, but the thing is, I cook more chicken, but I like to eat beef the mostest.
Chicken is a hell of a lot cheaper than
Yeah,
beef.
yeah.
And so there's a lot of economic reasons what goes into people's meat consumption. Also health reasons. I eat a lot of chicken
Yeah.
because UN World Health Organization report came out that was like, hey, eating red meat, probably pretty bad for you. But then people
Yeah.
say a lot of things are bad for you, but I like to give
Yeah.
myself one thing where I'm like, well, at least I'm just eating chicken.
Yeah.
So I agree with you that when I'm cooking at home tonight, I'm going to go home and I'm going to marinate some chicken thighs
Yeah.
and I'm going to bake them off till they're crispy and I'm going to slather them in hot sauce.
Yum.
Because I spent the last several weeks just utterly gorging
You
myself
were going
on
hard.
po' boys.
You're going hard.
I was going really hard. I need to calm it down, man. I've eaten too much gombo over the last couple weeks to tell you what. Boy, was it good. But I think if we're talking about like tastiest animals to eat, I think we should try and divorce ourselves from economics, from politics, from convenience, and be like, what are the tastiest animals to eat?
Okay, if I'm not thinking of tastiest, my top 3 animals that I do eat is definitely chicken, beef, and salmon. Those are the 3.
Oh, salmon. So much salmon.
I eat a lot of salmon.
Do you even like salmon?
I like fish. I do. Well, I love raw salmon, but I don't love to eat raw salmon all the
But
time.
you're not making raw salmon at home,
No,
right?
no. Like I love raw salmon. I like cured salmon. And I
But
like.
eating a fat fillet of salmon cooked, you like it?
Yeah, I do actually. Also, I think about like the health benefits of omega-3 fatty
I'm
acids,
saying.
hair, skin, and nails, biotin. I don't need it. I just eat the fish. But those are my top 3 that I find myself eating the most. But if it wasn't up to me, I think it's a different story.
Yeah.
Because I think back to whenever like I first started really falling in love with food and like considering it a career and an option for me was when I was in culinary school and we were eating duck like all the time. Like 2 times a week because we were learning how to cook it. And let me tell you, I truly think duck might be the most delicious meat in the world.
Wait, hold on. That's a very strong case for duck,
I know it's
though.
poultry, and I know that it still falls into the category, but oh my gosh, a properly rendered duck breast, what is it? A duck leg confit, like the cracklings. I mean, it's just, I love the
Think about the
flavor.
curing capabilities, too.
I know duck prosciutto, which is something we learned in school. So whenever I first fell in love with food, I fell in love with duck as a result. And do I still love it like 10 years later? Yes, I do. If it's ever on a menu, I don't normally, the thing is, it's so special to me and it's so fatty and unctuous and hard to cook well that I barely ever get it. But when I do get it, I just remind myself, oh yeah, this is good. This is special. It's the best.
There's a very strong case for duck being number 1. I wonder, though, if you and I grew up eating more duck, if we would feel different about it.
Never grew up eating duck.
Most people in America didn't.
Yeah.
And so, like you said, it was something special, it was something Epicurean, but taste for taste, man, it's great. Julie and I just got into a little bit of an argument about a duck dish that we ate that was, I think, the best thing that I had in New Orleans. Just got back from the trip to New Orleans, so that's going to be my whole personality
It's
for the
okay.
next...
South Africa was cool, but now I'm excited for New Orleans.
Yeah, I'll bring up South Africa later. But New Orleans Josh is here, and I bought an anklet, and I was rocking an ankle bracelet with.
Do you have it on right now?
Dude, no. But when I rock loafers, oh my god. Anywho, we went to a spot called Toop's Meadery, Chef Isaac Toop's, and he had a special on the menu that was a whole duck. Most of the time, I don't like whole duck because, like you said, you take the dark meat, you confit it, cook it low and slow. A lot of fat renders through it, but the breast, it can get dry if you confit it. It just turns into that tuna salad consistency.
Yep, not good.
And so you render the fat, cook it rare, whatever. But he did a whole smoked duck that was smoked for 24 hours, marinated in bourbon, so super sweet. Served it on heirloom grits with pepper jelly.
Ooh.
That's it. No like pickle, no crunchy things. Just smoke, fat, heat, grit. Bam. We ate the dark meat first, and it was so smoky and so cured in sugar and salt that it ate like ham.
Yum.
And then I was worried about the breast. I was like, well, it's going to be dry. Somehow, some way, this breast was so freaking tender and meaty, and there was so much subcutaneous fat because it was smoked so low and slow that it didn't have that hard heat to render it. But the amount of just fat and unctuous duck meat, and the fat and skin absorbs so much flavor.
So special, right?
And that was a special dish. Julia was like, well, I love the taste of duck, and this just tastes like ham.
Because it was smoked.
Because it was smoked and cured. But to me, one of the things about animals, we're not just talking about the taste of the flesh, right? This is a reason, because we talk about the structure, the intramuscular fat, where the joints are, where the skin is, where the fat is. The animal structure is part of, how
the
good its meat
yumminess.
is. The yumminess.
Yeah.
Which is why when you go to a place like there's a sausagery? Wurstkuchen.
Love it.
It's great. And they were revolutionary in LA, opened up maybe 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
The fries might be the best in the city.
Oh my God. Fire.
I just want
Belgian,
fries and
like,
beer right
thickums.
now. That's all I
Thickums.
want. But their sausages, they would have alligator sausage and rattlesnake sausage and duck and rabbit sausage. And it's like, that's cool, but you're grinding this into oblivion. You're mixing it with spices. You can't taste the character of the animal.
I think that's the point. I think the point was to get people to say, I had the rattlesnake and rabbit sausage.
Correct.
I've eaten rattlesnake before, Yeah. It was like cool points.
No, 100%. And that's totally fine. But you're missing out on the actual animal, right?
Yeah, the actual taste of the flesh. Yeah.
Yeah, and so the duck, even though it tasted like ham, it was like, it was all that fat and flesh.
Was it ducky?
It was still kind of ducky, yeah.
Okay.
But man, duck is a good... Also, Thai duck noodle soup is probably my favorite
Peking
noodle
duck?
soup. Peking duck?
Duck à l'orange. I love it. I mean, I made a fesenjoon, which is this like old school Persian dish, which was
That's a good duck application.
traditionally made with duck. So I think duck might be my numero uno favorite animal to eat.
Damn, that's a good one.
Because I don't eat it all the time.
I initially had it as number 5 on my list. Yes, we did create
You
tier
made
lists.
a list?
I made a list. Do you want to just number 1 off the top?
I could tell you. Okay, so hi, my name is Nicole, and I'm going to be reciting Josh's top 10 animals to watch, which is a typo of eat. Number 1.
I didn't see that.
Number 1. Josh loves shrimp / other crustaceans, including lobster, crabs, etc.
Yeah, just run through the list,
number
and then
2,
we'll analyze it.
Pig, preferably the. I don't know how to say that word. Preferably, sorry. The weird kinds. What, like the hairy ones?
Yeah, mangalitzas, kune-kunes, large blacks, red wattles.
Suckling.
Yeah.
Number 3, mutton, hogget, lamb.
Yeah,
now,
hogget.
Okay, now this is where I have a problem with
ahead.
you.
Yeah.
Because mutton and lamb are the same animal, they're just slaughtered at different ages.
Correct. Yeah, well, okay, so
And mutton tastes different than lamb 1,000%. You can't
of course,
tell me it
but
doesn't.
veal tastes different than beef, but they're both the same animals. And we're talking about what's the best animal to eat.
Well,
I've lumped some other things
then you
in.
might as well just say caviar and sturgeon at that point.
No, it's actually pretty good. Normally, Nicole's not great with the logic, but I kind of like that. No, but that's like...
Me? I am the most logical person that works here.
I guess you could put the sturgeon in the same. The sturgeon kind of jumps up to at least a number 8 spot if you're including the caviar. Because sturgeon meat is fine. I've had smoked sturgeon and all that.
Sturgeon.
It's okay.
I
Smoke
like
any fish.
I like it more than like whitefish.
Well, I lump in another couple things. At 9, you see I say big-ass fish, tuna, salmon, swordfish.
Now, when you say big ass fish,
Yeah.
do you mean like big fish or fishes with big butts?
I mean, listen, I don't body shame, I don't like this BBLs on fish movement or, you got all these mahi-mahi out here trying to live up to the image of Kim K.
These
And
jokes
she's
reflect
like,
themselves.
she's like thin again? Did she take the butt out?
Yeah.
What's going on with these people?
Josh, she took the butt out.
She took the butt. Kim Kardashian took the butt out of her butt.
Yeah.
This is a confirmed thing. We're not going to get sued for libel, are we?
I mean, we might, but I'd love to meet her in a courtroom. She's a lawyer now.
Yes, I did.
Kimmy's a lawyer.
Let's go to my top.
Sorry. Mutton, hogget, lamb, number 3. Number 4, chicken. Number 5, duck. Number 6, goat. Mm-hmm. Number 7, clams and other mollusks, oyster, mussels. 8, cow. Can't believe cow's number 8 for you.
Cow's not that big for me.
Big ass fish. We specified number 9, big ass fish. 10, octopus and cephalopods.
Yeah.
And do I have to say the last one?
Yeah, say the last one.
All the things that Joe Rogan says you should eat.
I associate Joe Rogan with a lot of like venison. Right? He hunts a lot of his
Does
he hunts
he?
a lot of
Can I
his
tell you
own
something?
meat. Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
listen to his podcast, so I don't know much about him.
I don't listen to it often. I get fed clips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like he eats a lot of venison, which I like enjoy.
What is
game
venison
meats.
considered? Game?
Yeah, so venison's a deer, right? And so, I've eaten a lot of game, but like I don't know, I've eaten
Buffalo?
No, I think I'd put buffalo and cow.
Okay. Would you? Are buffalo
They're probably like very similarly
Related?
related, right? They're both like bovine, I believe.
Bison, buffalo, cow is all one category.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with
And I've
that.
eaten a lot of water buffalo. I've eaten a lot of venison. Oh, cattle and buffalo are different species. Well, okay, we're lumping a lot of things in.
Are you a Taurus?
I am a Taurus.
Then you are a buffalo.
I'm like a Taurus sun and a Taurus moon.
Oh, I knew that about you.
And I'm something else. Okay, so number 1, I have shrimp and other crustaceans. I initially had this lower on the list, and then
I like shrimp.
I thought about how much I love specifically shrimp, and I don't think there's a better animal to eat.
I love shrimp.
And if you can lump in things like lobster and crab,
Yeah.
any sort of langoustine, chub lobster, those are the best animals to eat.
I think they're like hard to eat sometimes.
I like I'll throw crawfish in this too.
Risk and reward, it's like you're digging. I don't like digging into their carcasses all the time.
Why not? Well, you can pay somebody to dig through the carcasses yourself. You can get peeled, deveined, cooked shrimp.
Yeah.
You know what I've been doing as a little treat to myself? You know how you go to a store and you buy yourself a little $4 kombucha? Right? And
Yes.
That's a fun little treat.
all the time.
What I've started to do at the meat section at my local Ralph's grocery store, you can buy a $5 little grab-and-go cup of shrimp cocktail, and I'll eat the
my
shrimp
God.
cocktail in
With
my
your
car.
with the kombucha?
No, I stopped buying the kombucha to save money because I don't think kombucha does anything. I'll throw that one out there. I think the probiotic thing, utter scam. I eat yogurt and stuff. I'm not a person who needs probiotics. I am a person though who needs shrimp cocktail in my car. I call it shrimp Car-cktail.
That's a good one. That was good. That was worth that. That was
Yeah,
the
thank you.
payoff.
But think about, like,
that
how
was kind of like you. That was kind of like me digging in a crawfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, long story, but the payoff pretty good.
Pay off for the crawfish. You get like one pinky nail size little nubbin of meat.
I don't know. It's tough to eat, but I love shrimp. I love shrimp.
I think shrimp is just the best.
Head-on shrimp that you get from like a crawfish boil, seafood boil. Sorry.
That's what I'm saying. But like you get the structure of the animals we're talking about. I love pulling off the head and sucking out the juices through the head.
Yeah, I do too, but
Little sea bugs, dude. They're great.
I like sea bugs. I don't think they crack the top 5 for me.
No. What do you got next?
So I have duck as my first one. Honestly, cow. I love steak. I love meat. I love meat so much. I just think about it. I really freaking like it. And I know it, like everyone's like, oh, you shouldn't eat that much red meat. I don't care.
I think
so
yeah.
Yummy. It's so yummy.
And there's plenty of people that eat a ton of red meat and have good lives. What's your favorite thing about cow? Because for me, I have mutton /hogget /lamb a couple spots above cow because to me, anything cow can do, I think lamb can do better.
Really?
Yeah, I take lamb over cow almost any day. What's your case for cow?
Well, what do you mean? It's delicious. It's.
But you're talking just flavor for flavor. Cow better than lamb.
Cow better than lamb. Lamb can sometimes taste really gamey and really strong and can be off-putting. Beef is quite it's a neutral, straight umami meat flavor, which I really enjoy. I think there's a lot of applications like. You could sear it, you could stew it, you could do everything. Everything you can do with beef is fine. Also, it's such a large animal, and there's so many different pieces you can eat.
That's a good case for cow.
Cheek meat is different than tongue meat, is different than the rump roast, is different than ribs. And I love that so much. It's so different.
That's a good case for cow because every animal has roughly the same amount of parts because they're humans' ability to believe in a fiction. We only believe that short ribs exist because somebody cut a cow into it that way. Cow don't know it got a short rib.
No.
Right? We know it got a short rib because we eat it. Right? The tri-tip was like invented in like 1960.
Yeah.
Some guy just cut a cow differently and now tri-tip suddenly exists.
Yes.
Right? We've drawn fiction from objective reality. Thing is on a cow is those things is big.
Big and plentiful.
Big
and plentiful.
Right? You ever have like an animal's ribs that like you shouldn't eat, like goat ribs or something?
Lamb ribs.
Not that you shouldn't eat, or like lamb ribs even, right? But they're good,
I had lamb ribs one time at a place called Pica. Do you remember that?
Oh, Peruvian restaurant? Chef Ricardo Sarate?
Yeah.
Oh.
I went there and I had their lamb ribs. It was so delicious. But did I feel bad? No. Am I supposed to?
No. I'm just saying like you can get like 8 different cuts from the rib area of a cow.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah. Large
Lamb,
format.
you kind of got the ribs, and that's it. They're so small that you gotta kind of serve them whole. So cow is a more fun puzzle to figure out than lamb.
Yeah, there's a lot of yummy stuff on a cow. And I feel like around the world, a lot of people eat it, with the exception of a few.
Yeah. What do you think the best cow consuming cultures are?
Oh, Korean barbecue, baby. So much meat. America.
Hanwoo beef. Oh, Korean
America. You ever had a steak? You ever had prime rib in Texas?
No.
Neither have I, but I'm sure it's delicious. Let me just say.
Prime rib's like a British thing.
Oh.
Isn't it? Am I crazy? I feel like Texas is like serve a steak, big old porterhouse.
I don't know. Okay,
and I want it rare. You just wipe that cow's ass, dehorn it, and send it in.
Looks like they eat it everywhere in the Commonwealth, including the United States and Canada. I don't know. There's something about Americans love beef, and I love beef because I'm an American. Persians, not so much. We do a little bit of a lamb and a little bit of beef. What else? I think Korean and American.
I mean, all beef hot dogs too. The hamburger.
I mean, yeah, I love burgers.
The hamburgers
is my favorite food. Cheeseburgers is my family. Yeah.
Cow utterly deserves to be up there.
Did you just say cow utterly?
Have you ever had
udder?
Cow udder?
No, but I've seen videos of people cooking cow udder.
Yeah, I've never had it either.
Do you want to?
That's a good one. What?
Where can we have it?
I'm sure we can find it. There's a spot in Santa Barbara, California, I believe called Lily's Tacos that serves is it tacos al vapor, like steamed, or maybe they call it barbacoa, but it refers to the whole cooked cow's head. I know udders ain't near the head, but they just basically have all the individual cow parts. You can get tacos de labios, tacos de ojos, tacos de orejas. That's ears, eyes, lips, respectively. Depending on which order I said it.
I don't know what order you said it. Yeah.
But anyways, like they just steam the whole cow's head, or cacheta is cheek. To your point, so many individual parts of the cow that
You
are
even
fun
said just
to
like
eat.
parts of the head, and all of those things taste good. I've never had callops before, but I've seen them on the internet, and it's kind of spooky.
It's a little spooky. Hey, I'll tell you what, though,
But I'll
once
still
you
eat
put
it.
it in a taco with some
Everything,
cilantro,
yeah,
cebollas, and a little bit of salsa,
It's good.
man, that's a fun time.
It's good eats.
You want to get some beers in you, too. I'm kind of coming around to cow now.
Okay.
This is part of my just steak reactionary, or steak
okay.
reactionism, right?
That's fine. This podcast doesn't really mean anything.
No, this means nothing.
We're going to have new opinions tomorrow.
Let's get into the whole, you were criticizing me for having mutton and lamb as the same meat.
This pisses me off, Josh Scherer.
Nicole's pissed off.
I'm pissed.
I don't like when Nicole's pissed.
That's not true. You find enjoyment in
I
it.
really do. In fact, I spur it like a cattle prod. I go, bzz, and she gets all mad. But okay, so mutton is an adult lamb. A lamb, they're all sheep.
Yeah, but if you go to the store and they have like a pound of stew meat that is lamb and a pound of stew meat that is mutton, sorry for touching you, those would be they're two different expressions of meat.
So is a ribeye and a porterhouse. They're still part
No,
of the cow. This is
stop
the same
it.
animal.
Stop it.
Again, this is a collective fiction. This is the sheep does not know it
Josh.
is either a mutton, a hogget, or a lamb.
Josh, whenever adults go to jail, they have to be 18 and above, right? Because they're adults.
I'm tracking where you're
Okay,
going with
so
this.
they're
I was
like-
going to start by saying I like lamb chops, and now Nicole's talking about the carceral state. Yeah.
Complex. I started watching Oz.
No.
Have you ever seen it before?
Never too late to start, huh?
Have you ever seen it
No.
before? Greatest show I've ever seen on HBO. Do I confuse you with my choices?
All the time.
Okay, good. And let me just say, it's like an adult has a different thought process than a child, and a lamb is a child, and all of their bones aren't fused together, and their meat tastes different.
The meat does taste different,
Yeah.
but I think it's the same. Listen, if we go by a theistic thought process here, I think God just created one thing called a sheep, and then that's like the animal, right? When I wrote
Yeah,
this,
but we as humans, as butchers, are you what?
go.
Oh, sorry. We as humans, as like butchers, we put like a different label on both of those things. Yes, they are the same animal, but it becomes one edible thing and then another edible thing due to time.
So a lamb in America, I believe, is legally defined as, someone could fact check this, but I think it might be slaughtered before like 6 months
So sad.
to be considered a lamb, which is interesting because in other cultures, I believe the differentiation between lamb, hogget, and mutton, hogget would be like a teenage mutton, and a mutton would be an adult. Yeah, lambs are 6 to 7 months.
So sad.
Maybe chickens are slaughtered like pigs are slaughtered in 6 to 7 months, and those are just considered adult pigs because we have just abused science to grow them giant and fat, which is why they're the most commonly eaten animal in the world because they're so easy and cheap to produce.
Can I make my third best animal to eat ones that are made in a laboratory?
Yeah, abominations of science.
Yeah,
Come
number
on.
3 is gonna be
just like a lump of flesh and cells, just going like, kill me. You know? Yeah, turn that into a hamburger.
Yeah, I want that one for my number 3. So it's duck, beef, and abominations of society. Those are my top 3 animals to eat. I mean, think about like how they like synthesize proteins and they create like literally they scrape cells off of like a cow and then they go in a petri dish and then the cells multiply and then they make lab-grown meat. That's kind of awesome.
Is that going to be a thing in like 50 years?
I think it's going to be a thing in 5 years, maybe 5
We're going,
months.
it'll never happen. And then 50
You
years
think
from
we're
now,
going to
they're
do
gonna
this
be
in
like,
50
used-
years?
I don't know.
I'm going to be 80.
Oh, inshallah. Mutton. Better than lamb. Because they're different things, I've heard. Mutton and lamb.
No, lamb
Mutton,
tastes
you let
better
the
than mutton.
No, wait. No, you let the animal age and mature. The gaminess only increases. Gets a
Not-
more beefy flavor and texture.
Not everybody likes gaminess.
Ages of animals. Let's switch here. I have chicken at 4. I eat more chicken than anything. Chicken is perfectly good enough. A chicken thigh is my most commonly eaten meat.
I eat chicken
I
breast.
really love it. Chicken breast. I mean, same. It's chicken breast
That's
is
good.
the most
You eat
commonly
the
eaten.
thigh. I eat the breast.
Yeah,
It
I'll get
makes
some
sense.
chicken wings when I'm drinking. We
yeah.
basically use the whole animal between us. There's a difference, though. the difference between like lamb and mutton, chickens are slaughtered so quick in America. And American chickens really don't have any flavor. I feel like the person who studied abroad for 2 weeks and came back saying Barcelona about American chickens, but you have like coq au vin, right? There's like a very specific chicken. I don't know if it's like poulet au Brest.
It's a special, it's like the yellow chickens.
It's a yellow ass chicken, right? It's a different kind of chicken they use. And when I was in South Africa, it's getting brought up again. I had a chicken that was like several years old. It was called, let's see if I can hit the accent, omelette.
Okay.
And it was literally raised for several years. And the difference between that chicken and like an American chicken, just miles apart.
Better?
The bird flavor in that was so intense. And it was cooked with so many spices, like boiled slowly, whole. Really fantastic. I think chicken, when done right, has a fantastic flavor. Also, fried chicken, baby. It's the best food in the world. That's the best food in the world.
Love fried chicken.
We haven't talked about pig meat.
What do you want to talk about? I love cured pork products.
Same.
A lot.
And cured pork products, I think objectively better than cured beef products. The proteins
I agree with you.
react differently when you're curing them, right?
1000%. I love cured pork products. What, like brajola?
Yeah, this is
What am I going to do with brajol?
No, it's a perfectly fine
Arugula
thing,
on
but
it?
literally, or like even like pastrami, right? As like a cured beef.
Oh, no, I like pastrami more than I do prosciutto.
Sure, they're like different things, but the world of pork,
Salumi.
yes, salumi or charcuterie, it's so much bigger.
Vast, yeah.
And for like a good reason. The protein structures react differently to the curing process.
Sure.
Beef always gets this heavy snappiness to it, which is fun in something like pastrami, corned beef, whatever.
Yeah.
But the variety of what you can do with the pig, that's fun.
Pork
man.
belly, yum. You could cook pork belly
Bacon.
50 million times in 50 million ways.
So like pig, and also I think it has a neutral enough flavor profile. I put pig the weird kinds because heritage breed pigs are really fun.
Yeah, the funky little dudes.
Yeah, and you get like mangalitsa pork blade chops that have it's bright red flesh, thick fat that just melts if you're like.
Looks like picanha. Almost.
Oh, it looks like picanha. It's got the big fat cap. Pig meat. Again, it's raised very commonly because it's cheap and it can feed a lot of people, especially in a rapidly urbanizing market. And there's insane stats about how pre-World War I and, of course, World War II, meat consumption rising exponentially among people.
Sure.
Historically, the world, when people watch something like The Gilded Age or something, they're like, if I was alive back then, I would have been part of high society. It's like,
yeah, right.
You would have been a manual laborer and you probably would have died of tuberculosis if statistics.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. If you made it past infancy. But no, most people were manual laborers, farmers, and most people were eating whatever grain they possibly could. Meat as an everyday thing for a majority of people, and I know there's a lot of cultures that are fully vegetarian, but that's a very new thing. And so pork right now is like, it's really feeding the world's rapidly urbanizing population.
It's so crazy to
Despite
me.
the fact that 3 billion people-ish in the world. Maggie, can you Google how many Muslims are in the world just so we don't keep spreading this information? But yeah, despite the fact that there are billions of people who don't eat it whatsoever.
Yeah. Let's see how many.
1.8 billion.
Almost 2 billion.
Almost 2 billion. That's a good amount.
Yeah.
There's another animal that there's a commonly thrown about phrase that goat is the most, quote, commonly eaten animal in the world.
It's not that I have like a fact check on that. It's just odd to me.
It reflects, so if you look at it like by weight per capita or whatever, it reflects like less than 4%.
Why do people say that then?
Because there are a lot of people who don't eat cow. There's a lot of people who do not eat beef, or sorry, there's a lot of people who don't eat cow. There's a lot of people who don't eat pork. And so almost everybody in a vacuum, I suppose, can eat goat, whatever. And they're very commonly raised in third world countries, wherever. But it's a bit of a meaningless stat that I don't think you can verify whatsoever. I dig on goat, though. I just think it's a leaner lamb.
I don't love it. Maybe I just haven't had the proper preparations. I've had like some, but I don't find myself like reaching for it more.
Yeah.
It's just a preference thing, man.
I'm willing to crown duck the winner.
Are you?
I don't know, man. I duck and shrimp, you just let me live off of that for a while. You can make
duck, shrimp, no cow though?
I could go the rest of my life without eating beef and be very happy.
No way.
100%. I would never need to eat it again.
Impossible.
Yeah. I would rather give up beef than lamb. I wouldn't want to make my own hot dogs all the time.
You really love hot dogs, huh? You've brought it up a few times.
Well, because all beef hot dogs are so much better than pork hot dogs.
I love all beef hot dogs.
Like you get any sort of mixed meat hot dog, no, the all beef, but like you can do it with lamb and it'd be just as good. Nobody's doing it. It's the problem.
I absolutely disagree with you.
Somebody who makes it,
We
and I'm
need
not
to
talking
find,
about like
Josh, we need to come to a middle ground here, man. Come on.
No, I need to address the people real quick. If you make a lamb hot dog, and I'm not talking about like a merguez, I'm not talking about
no
lamb sausage.
No Moroccan
I'm
Tunisian
saying-
stuff over here.
I don't want 2024. I want to eat more Moroccan food. Anyways, proper emulsified lamb hot dogs. Send me some because I want to try it. Consensus.
Let's just do our top 5 animals we can eat. Let's do top 5.
I'm
Not
willing
in
to
order.
give duck number. Okay.
Okay, fine.
Duck's in there.
Duck.
What a special bird.
Shrimp.
Shrimp. Yeah, come on, shrimp. You got so excited when we were talking about
shrimp.
shrimp.
What
Don't
else?
act like
What
you
else?
weren't
What else?
excited.
What else? What else?
Pig. Pigs. It's fueling the world.
Sorry, Mom. Pig.
I'm willing to accept that cow because it is a giant puzzle piece of an animal and it has
And we like
inspired so much
tacos.
creativity. We like tacos. I've eaten some good lamb tacos, man.
No, I've eaten better. No, I've eaten better carne tacos than lamb tacos.
Yeah, but if they were grilling up, I don't know, man. I had this dish called michote de borrego, lamb cooked with aguacate leaves.
I've had it on the spit. I've had it on a
Lamb on the
spit.
spit,
It's
come
good.
All right, fine. I'll give you beef. Now we need a fifth.
Okay, should we do
Oh,
lamb?
I didn't get to talk about how much I love clams.
Oh, aw,
That's kind of the end of that sentence, though. I just really dig on clams.
aw.
What's a good fifth one? Chicken. Chicken's the workhorse of the world.
let's-
Chicken's the workhorse of the world.
Chicken.
What do you mean chicken? Don't get sad about it. You should be grateful you have chicken. 100 years ago, people were dying of tuberculosis. They were just working in factories, and the factories, they'd be taking smoke breaks inside. They'd be going up in flames. They would have killed it. We work a cushy job and eat chicken every night.
You think I would work in a factory?
You would have been a kept woman?
For shoveling
This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp.
What are some things you want to keep the same about yourself or your life in 2024? Where are you already crushing it?
Dude, I'm already freaking crushing 2024 so far. 2023 got nothing on this year.
Around New Year's, usually we get obsessed with how to change ourselves instead of just expanding on what we're already doing right. Maybe you finally organized one part of your space and you want to tackle another.
Yeah, or maybe you're taking your supplements every morning and now you want to actually eat breakfast too. Therapy helps you find your strengths so you can ditch the extreme resolutions and make changes that really stick.
It's helpful for learning positive coping skills and empowers you to continue to be the best version of yourself.
So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online and designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule.
Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge.
Celebrate the progress you've already made.
Visit betterhelp.com/hotdog today to get 10% off your first month.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/hotdog. Life's too short to cook on medium, or whatever Ratatouille said. Shop the new Hot Stuff apron now at Mythical.com.
It's a cream-colored apron with adjustable ties and 2 front pockets with "Life's too short to cook on medium" written in the center.
Yeah, and it's freaking sack. Check it out at Mythical.com.
Was that Rat-tat-tooey?
Ratatouille, that's how it's pronounced. It's not Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
It's Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
It's Ratatouille. Who was his name?
Ratatouille. The
No.
T's silent.
Was his name even Ratatouille? All right, Nicole.
Hey.
We've heard what you and I have to say. Now it's time to find out what other wacky opinions are rattling out there in the universe. Time for a segment we call Opinions Are Like Casseroles.
Use your other hand!
I don't want to use my other hand.
Use your other hand! Opinions!
Nicole's making me dance again. But before we get to that, we have everybody's favorite segment of the entire podcast. We have gotten all the responses, and you have said this is your single favorite part. It's called Review a Review. We take one of your reviews from Apple Podcasts, and we review it ourselves. Nicole, you ready for this? We got 5 stars from R. Chase K. Review this, they've titled it. Nicole and Josh are the 2 best potters out there, and I can always count on them for the real deal. Even if Josh's taste in grits and Whataburger are whack, Nicole more than makes up for this with her natural grace, charm, and effluviant wit. I do wish they brought the other mythical chefs in with them a bit more often. Love y'all. Chase from Austin.
What does effluviant mean?
That's a great... I don't believe effluviant. Did he mean ebullient? Oh, effluviant. Pertaining to effluvium, offensively smelly.
Aw, I've been found out.
Nicole does smell. I
I
actually
smell good.
No, I take paper towels and I soak them with Febreze and I shove them deep in my nostrils so that you can't see them. But that's how I'm potting every day.
I smell delicious all the time. My perfume collection is envious. You should be envious of my perfume collection.
I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about that. What can I talk about porridges again? I'm sorry, I was just waiting for you to finish.
No.
Really quickly. It's very quick. And
I give this 5 stars.
Well, yeah, but it pertains to their comment about my grits. So I think what they're talking about is I've said that I enjoy sweet grits. I think
with
grits,
sugar? Ew.
I think grits are nice with sugar, but
I hate
love
that.
savory grits. I just talked about the savory grits with the duck one. But sweet grits I think are good because I just think all grains can be sweet or savory, right? Yep,
Okay.
arroz con leche, arroz con pollo,
Yeah,
right?
but like that's like such a small, like that's like if you have like 10 rice dishes, like maybe one of them are sweet.
Yeah, and I want to eat it. You know, that's what I'm saying. Same with grits. Like I've eaten a lot more savory grits than sweet, but I'm saying it's nice. But I did recently try and make a porridge out of a grain that was wildly unsuccessful.
Was it amaranth?
No, it was just couscous. I didn't have any oats. I didn't have any rice.
Pasta.
Yeah,
Couscous
but not
is pasta.
Not like fregola, not like the pearled couscous, but proper like Tunisian.
Like
but it is
this?
still pasta.
It's semolina flour.
Yeah, but I thought it would break down in porridge more, and there's a stronger wheat taste to couscous than I remembered.
I love
It
all
was
couscous.
really a bummer as far as a sweet breakfast porridge goes.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm willing to open up my stance on.
So they
sorry.
called
I'm
my
so
wit
effing sorry,
smelly.
dude.
They said my wit is offensively smelly,
I
but
didn't mean to
still
burp.
5 out of 5.
I ate a lot of ham earlier.
I also just burped. Twins.
All right, let's get to that first opinion.
Did you
Hey,
miss
Josh.
me?
Hey, Nicole. My name is Dane. I'm from Louisiana, and I need you guys to help solve the debate between Louisiana natives on how to cook crawfish. It's also called crawfish, not crawdads. Anyone calls it a crawdad is a poser.
Weren't you just there?
I was.
So near Baton Rouge area
It's not crawfish season though.
is where when you boil the crawfish, you boil it in just seasoned water, hyper seasoned water, and you pull it out with all your accoutrement and everything, pour it on a table and everything, and you're done. And towards the other side, in like the Lafayette area, I believe, they will boil it. Some boil with like no seasoned water, just straight water, and then they'll season the outside of the shell. I need a debate settled with this, and I feel like you guys are the best ones to do it. Okay, bye.
So one, Lafayette is that's real Cajun country up there, right? So who am I to tell them what they're doing wrong? And then if you go to New Orleans, well, more actually Houston, but we're talking like Viet Cajun style food. They're putting a lot of garlic butter on everything. So a lot of our seafood boil places in California, they're actually owned by Viet people, and theirs always comes with butter, and that's always a welcome addition for me. But
I love it.
Really good. But I think the key to what he said is hyper seasoned, right?
Hyper.
Like we're not talking about pasta water seasoned, right?
No.
We're talking about this is like 50-50, some sort of Cajun seasoning and water. And then all of that basically sediment sort of gets within the shells of everything. And not only that, when you dump it all out and it sort of naturally evaporates over time, you're like literally getting powder.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing. That's what you want.
It's yummy.
But to me, that's the best way to get everything
Coated
in there.
Yeah. It's like sand.
It's like sand.
Yeah.
You know? And so I would say that's the right way to do it. I saw a video of a man doing it with Sunny D-Light.
Yeah. I don't really have
Wrong way to do it.
I don't really have like an opinion because I've never been to Louisiana and like I'm not a big crawfish person. Again, I'm a head-on shrimp girl. But I trust you and I think I know what you're talking about and I can't wait to eat some whenever I go down to Louisiana.
One of the greatest meals of my life was a crawfish boil in Baton Rouge, and it was just, I think we had 8 large men there. I was the smallest of us at 260 pounds.
Wow.
We each drank about a gallon of beer and ate at least 8 pounds of crawfish.
A gallon of beer?
We were there for like 4 or 5 hours just eating crawfish. Gallon of beer? That's not that much. That's 10 beers.
That's a lot of beer.
That's a lot of beer. That's
As
a lot of beer.
Who
But
went
we're
to
large.
Oktoberfest,
We're
that was a
large.
lot of... Okay, fine.
And it was a light beer. Just, whichever way you do it, even if you're sprinkling it on the outside of shells, what I do with almost every little crawdaddy tail, you pull
He
it
said
apart.
it's not crawdaddies.
It's crawdaddies.
It's not crawdaddies.
So that's what the man who gave us our gator tour in Jean Lafitte, Louisiana, that's what he called it. But anywho, you take the crawfish tail, and I'm mashing it at the rest of the shells, getting the seasoning on it. I'm sucking my fingers. I'm drinking beer. I ain't too worried about it, man. I feel like if you're worried about your crawfish boils, you're doing crawfish boils wrong, baby. Everyone calls each other baby in Louisiana.
I know they say baby.
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 I like it.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Love the podcast.
Why?
Just wanted to say that, my opinion, cream cheese and jelly sandwiches are just as good as peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I said what I said. Don't knock it till you try it. You can even spice it up with some good old Kraft American Signals or provolone, Munster, cheddar cheese with some jelly.
Stop while you're ahead, friend.
You lost me there, handsome.
I know it's kind of basic, but help you out in a pinch.
I grew up with a friend of mine that was a cream cheese and jelly girl.
Well, what ethnicity was she?
Persian.
She was okay, but Jewish.
Persian, Jewish, and we had it on matzah a lot. She had it on matzah a lot, actually.
Is there a Jewish thing there? Because I grew up eating cream cheese and jelly sandwiches.
Maybe.
What would the Jewy thing be?
What are you talking
Like,
about?
why would that?
We like, cream cheese with lox. Don't have lox.
I guess we just have
Kid
cream
wants
cheese
jelly.
in the house all the time.
Kid wants jelly.
Yeah, that's a good point. We're just cream cheese eating
We got
people.
a lot of cream cheese. Yeah, we got a lot of cream cheese.
But there's like nothing even Jewish about cream cheese either.
I can't help you with this.
You know what I mean? It's not like kugel, which has, like hundreds of years of tradition in Central Europe, like Ashkenazi Jewish food, or even bagels, you can track it back. But like cream cheese?
I can't
How
help
do we
you.
got to do with cream
but
cheese?
let me tell you, complete side note, I went to Russ and Daughters in New York, and they had the most beautiful caviar cream cheese, and it was the most delicious thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Man, I do love that. No, cream cheese and jelly, that was a big childhood staple for me, and I haven't eaten it in a long time.
I sometimes, whenever I'm feeling myself, I have a piece of sourdough toast, and I heat it up, I toast it, and then I put cream cheese, and then bon maman jelly, and then some sea salt. And then maybe a few chia seeds, and it's really freaking good. Lost me at the cheese edition. The extra cheeses, I don't like it.
I can see it.
It's not for me.
Wow, that recording was really something, you sexy minxes, you.
Meow.
My name is Matt from Riverside, California,
don't know what a
and
minx
here's
is.
my weird food opinion. Regular goldfish dipped in A1 steak sauce is fire. This came about when we had steak at home one night, and my kids finished theirs, and they were still hungry. They were munching on goldfish, and they had some steak sauce left on their plates. I know, steak sauce with home-cooked steak.
I love
Little
steak sauce.
Heathens.
No, do not.
Anyway, one
Steak
fell
sauce is
in,
great.
they ate it, they forced us to try it, and the rest is history. And now goldfish and A1 is one of our go-to late-night snacks.
That's cute.
All right, love you both, love the pod. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, baby.
So I learned that a minx is just a flirtatious person.
We're
a
thinking
woman.
of mink.
And I was thinking of mink
A
coats.
mink is an animal.
And then I Googled minx cat, but it's a Manx cat.
Wait, so minx is just a word that is sprung up out of, there's no...
So a mink coat, hold on. A mink coat, what are you made out of? Let's see, Wikipedia.
Like you call a woman a fox, right? That's like, it's like foxy lady. You know what I mean?
A mink
That's
is
an
a
animal.
dark-colored, semi-aquatic, carnivorous mammal.
Sounds sexy. We are a mink.
Sexy minx.
Sexy little mink.
But it's MINX is a minx, not
Yeah, but like
MINK.
what's the etymology of that?
Oh, I don't know. Do you want me to
where does
find
that,
out?
Yeah, find that. Like an ermine. I'm going to start calling people
Why are you
ermines.
making me work
I
right
don't
now?
know.
It's
A1 steak sauce. I know. I want to analyze. Listen, any chip and any amount of wet flavor, I'm gonna enjoy. All right, let's bypass that.
Yeah.
But what you said kind of bummed me out when you were like, I know steak sauce on homemade steak, whatever. There's been a certain kind of, I think, especially food media creator, who they've taken it as their personal job to rip your pleasure away from you, right? To say, especially when it comes to steak,
Who says
to say that you're eating it wrong. Right? To be like, A1
yeah.
is bad. The steak flavor should speak for itself.
Yeah.
There's so many different cultures out there. Like I'm thinking about like Ba Look Lak from Vietnam, where there's like fish sauce and garlic and ginger, and it's on steak, and it's a pleasure to eat. Put flavor on your damn steak. Dip
know
your
what it
damn
is?
steak in ketchup if you want.
You know what it is? I think the flavor of A1 is very polarizing. Not everybody wants
Yeah, it's
Worcestershire
raisins and
ramen
fish, and I like it.
Yeah, nobody wants like Worcestershire anchovy fish and vinegar with their meat. Like I understand. Like I'm an A1 steak sauce hater, but then I went to a steakhouse in like San Luis Obispo. I'm not going to say where it was, and the steak was so bad I put A1 on it because I needed to eat it. So. There's a time and place for A1 to be on steak, but I believe there's a better time for it to be on goldfish. So
I just
way
think-
to go.
I
You
think
got
that,
it, baby.
Like,
You
if
got
you
it.
made the best version of A1 to put on the best
A1
version of a steak.
A1 is the best version of A1. It's just a crappy product.
Well, but I think if you made something from scratch with those flavors, right?
Yeah,
with the acid, with that deep dark, with the umami, with that kind of like deep dark red fruit. If you made the best version of that, you put umeboshi in it. You know what I mean?
Poulots.
Call it something fancy.
I'm gonna put poulots in it.
If you made the best version of that sauce with the best version of a steak, and you combine them, that's better than just a plain good steak.
Let me speak. Poulots, molasses, sardines.
Why sardines are worse than anchovies?
Well, okay, fine. Anchovies.
Good, thank you.
Salt, pepper. Mix it up in a sauce, let it ferment or something?
Yeah, but I mean, add other spices, whatever.
Yeah. Some warm spices.
Yeah.
Like an allspice.
I don't know. I'm just saying,
All of them?
Lean into sauce. Lean into things that taste good. There's no points for purity in food, and there shouldn't be.
No.
And there's a lot of historical reasons for why people
the opposite of
have
pure?
more. Literally, once spices became democratized and poor people could afford them, rich people decided they wanted to start eating more simple food. Wake up, sheeple. Drink A1 by the gallon.
I like simple foods, though. Is it because I'm a snob?
Yeah. No, I think you aspire to aristocratic bourgeois delight.
Sucks.
I want to live at Saltburn. That's what I thought when watching that movie. I was like, I just feel like I could fit in.
I would hate to live there. Are you
know,
kidding me?
I don't know.
I feel like you have more tactics to want to be bougier than me, actually.
Yeah, but I'd want to like snake in the back door like in Saltburn,
No.
Kind of be weird. Be like, oh, please, Mr. Jacob Elordi, I'm just a poor college student.
Can I just say, side note, Jacob Elordi might be the best animal to eat.
Especially with that little eyebrow piercing.
I like
girl.
how he has this little thing going on like right here.
Tall drink of water, tell you what. All right, on that
Jacob
note.
Elordi, you're so hot. Come on the podcast so I can look at you.
Jacob Elordi, do you have any weird opinions about, I don't know, Australian food? Meat pies versus sausages. Is he Australian?
We already had Curtis Stone.
Oh, we did. He's sexy.
Yes.
On that note, thank you for listening to A Hot Dog is a Sandwich. We got new audio-only episodes every Wednesday and a video version here on YouTube every Sunday.
What about Barry Keoghan? Is that how you say his name?
Oh, I don't know. I've asked so many people. You think he's hot?
I love his eye. I think his eye shape and color is, oh my God, so unique and beautiful. If you want to be featured on Opinions on Casseroles, give us a ring and leave a quick message at 833-DOGPOD1.
Big Rosamund Pike guy, and I thought she really ate up that role. Also, Carey Mulligan, too. What? On Carey Mulligan?
She wasn't good in the movie.
You even see, I thought she was...
She was extraneous.
Yeah, I like it.
Extraneous.
For more Mythical Kitchen, check out our other videos. We launch new episodes every week. See you next time. I think the guy who played Farley was the star of a movie called Gran Turismo.
Yeah, he was.
I watched it on a plane.
I like his nose.
Opposite movies.
Yeah?
Lot less weird sex stuff in Gran Turismo.
I don't believe you.